Okay, guys, we're going to talk about subtraction with no regrouping. Again, subtraction with no regrouping. This has been tripping you guys up because you don't do the first thing. You don't ask the question. You got to ask the question. So the first thing we're going to do is identify what operation we're going to use, which is subtraction, which means our answer should be smaller. But I'm going to ask myself the question each time because I know the bigger number or the greater number has to be on this row. These numbers always have to be bigger than these numbers when you're subtracting. If not, you're going to have to do some regrouping. But right now, we're not having to do any regrouping. But let's check and make sure. The first question I'm going to ask myself, if I start with this place value, is the 5 larger than the 3? The answer is yes, it is. So if it's larger, we just do our math. 5 minus 3. The fifth, remember the fifth? The fifth is the smaller number. So the fifth would be 3. Then we count up to 5. 3, 4, 5. How many fingers do I have up? 2. Good. So our answer would be 2. Then I come to the next place value and ask the same question. Is the 7 larger than 5? Yes, it is. So again, we just do our math. The fifth is 5. We count up to 7. 5, 6, 7. And my answer is 2. I go to the next place value. I do the same thing. I ask the question. Is the 8 larger than the 6? If the answer is yes, which it is, we just do our what? Math. Good. So the fifth is what number? 6. Our fingers. 7, 8. How many I got up? 2. So our answer is 2. Remember, when you're using your fist to count, you always use your fist as the smaller numbers. And you're counting up to the bigger numbers. So we will start at 3, count up to 5. We will go no higher. Start at 5, count up to 7. Start at 6, count up to 8. But you have to ask yourself the question before you start. Is the top number greater than the bottom number? And if your answer is yes, you simply do your math. And don't forget to check your work. Okay, now we're going to look at subtraction with regrouping. This means we have to get one of the numbers at the top some help. Because remember, we already said that our top numbers have to be greater than our bottom numbers. But we still ask ourselves the question. And we start with the place value. First, we circle our operation because we know we're subtracting. Now we ask ourselves the question. Is 6 greater than 7? And the answer would be no. So now we're going to get help from the family. So we get help from the family by taking 1 from the family. And now the 64 that we borrowed 1 from becomes 63. And we simply draw a line through the 64 because now we're not using 64. And we give the 1 that we borrowed to the 16. And if we wanted to count up with that, we could, and we could still use our same method. The fifth, 7 fingers, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. You should have a total of 9 fingers up. The answer should be 9. Now we go to the next place value. Ask ourselves the same question. Can 3 take away 3? Yes. So all we do now, or basically the question, is the top number greater than the bottom number? No, they're equal. So we can just know that anything minus itself is 0. And we know that 3 minus 3 is 0. Then we go to the next place value. Is the top number greater than the bottom number? Yes, it is. So now all we do is do our math. 6 minus 4 is 2. And we could have used our fist for that. fifth would have been 4, 5, 6. 2 fingers up, and you're done. Let's try another problem. The same thing here. First thing we're going to do is circle our operation. Now we're going to ask ourselves the question, is 9 larger than 6? Yes, it is. So we just do our math. 9 minus 6, the fifth would be 6. 6, count up to 9, 7, 8, 9. How many fingers do I have? 3. Now we move on to the next place value. Is 0 larger than 7? Our answer is no. So we got to go get 0 some help. So we go to his neighbor, Mr. 5. We go to Mr. 5. We borrow 1 from Mr. 5, which makes him Mr. 4. We cross out the 5, add the 1 to Mr. 0. Now he becomes Mr. 10. Now we can say 10 minus 7. We start fist at 7, 8, 9, 10. 3 fingers up. So my answer is 3. Now I go to the next place value. Is the 4 larger than the 2? And we know it is. So that will be a yes. So we know that 4 minus 2 is, start at the 2, 2, 3, 4. Leaves me with 2. And remember, check your answers. Okay, we got one more problem. We're going to do it the same way. We're going to first circle our what? Our operation. We know we're subtracting. Now I'm going to ask myself the question, is 0 greater than 5? My answer is no. So I have to borrow from the family. So I'm going to go here. Take 1 from 30. If I take 1 from 30, that's 29. I give the 1 to the 10 here. I know 10 minus 5 is what? 5. Now I go to the next place value. Is 9 greater than 7? Yes. So now I just do my math. 9 minus 7 is 2. Now I go to the next place value. Is 2 greater than 2? No, they're equal. So I know that 2 minus 2 is what? 0. I don't even have to put it there. And you're done. Just check your work.